ear damage is excessive decibels. Though only the size of a winkle shell, the cochlea contains 20,000 tiny hairs which send signals to the brain about different sounds. But they're worn down by excessive noise. Even before pressing the play button, headphones can be a health hazard, increasing the bacteria in your ears by up to 700%. And pumping up the volume can do permanent damage, resulting in progressive hearing loss. 2/3 of us listen to our MP3 players at dangerous levels of above 90 decibels. That's like an underground tube, a pneumatic drill, or an aeroplane taking off 25 meters away. And avoid listening to music in a storm. In 2007, while running in the rain, a Canadian jogger was almost killed when lightning struck a tree and arced through his iPod. The blast blew him over 2 meters in the air and left him with severe burns. Having damaged his eardrums, the only headphones he wears now are his hearing aids.
Listen to the song here in my heart, a melody I start but can't complete. Listen to the sound from deep within. It's only beginning to find release. Oh, the time has come for my dreams to be heard. They will not be pushed aside and turned into your own, all 'cause you won't listen.
Page 30. A sound wave has two characteristics, the frequency and amplitude. Mr. Shakti, what do you think is?
Frequency is the number of vibrations per second. That is the number of times per second that the wave is emitted.
Kindly repeat what Mr. Ishii said. Miss, why are you not participating in the class?
The human ear is comprised of 3 sections: the outer ear, the middle ear, and the inner ear. Hearing begins with sound, which is actually waves of energy traveling through the air. These waves, called sound waves, are what makes hearing possible. Sound waves enter the outer ear and travel through a thin tube called the ear canal. At the end of the ear canal, there's a thin layer of skin called the eardrum, which is what makes hearing possible. When sound waves hit the eardrum, it vibrates, much like a real drum. The eardrum is the gateway to the middle ear. The middle ear is comprised of 3 tiny bones: the hammer, the anvil, and the stirrup. When your eardrum shakes, it causes the first tiny bone to move. This bone, shaped like a hammer, is called the hammer. The hammer taps against the second bone, called the anvil. Every time the anvil is struck, it sends these vibrations to the third bone, the stirrup, which is what makes hearing possible. The stirrup is connected by a thin tissue to the inner ear. Your inner ear contains a swirled-up tube called the cochlea. Inside this snail shell-shaped organ are several nerve endings. When the stirrup rattles the front of your cochlea, it causes the liquid inside your cochlea to vibrate. These vibrations are picked up by nerve endings and turned into electrical impulses. Those impulses race up your auditory nerve and connect to your brain. In a process which is not clearly understood, the brain is capable of interpreting the qualities of the sound upon the reception of these electric nerve impulses.
Morning. So stick your ear. Okay, so after some tests, we diagnosed that you are experiencing severe ear problem. Is commonly found on a person who always listens to loud music, like you.
Cochlear implants are very exciting technology, which are still in evolution, though they're very well established as effective. They're getting better and better. Cochlear implant is an electrode that is implanted directly in your ear surgically, and it has a receiver and stimulator that we put underneath the skin. So you wear something like a hearing aid on the outside, which collects the sound and then transfers it into an electrical signal which goes directly down into the inner ear and stimulates the hearing nerve directly.
That's right, Doc.
So that's what's gonna happen if we abuse our ears because of the loud music that the bar always listens and not properly cleaning them. So just remember to always clean your ears 2 to 3 times a week because a healthy ear supports a healthy life. Hope you enjoy our small presentation about sense of hearing. By the way, I'm Japay. Bye bye!